Okay, good morning, everyone, and I'd like to welcome to you all in today's festival class. Okay, that we are uh, talking about the description of vowels. Okay, and as I told you before, vowels are the speech sounds, okay, and produced without any obstruction in the vocal tract. Okay, and they are the speech sounds for the production of which there is no obstruction along the oral cavity. Okay, so vowels are produced freely, okay, through our vocal tract. Okay, there is no friction at all. The two articulators they are apart, and the air from the lungs goes out freely. Okay, in this way, we gave the definition of vowels. Okay, after defining vowels and after doing the inventory of vowels, we are moving to the description of vowels here. Okay, and vowels can be described as I told you before. It is the revision in short about what we did before. If vowels can be described on the basis of their quality as how monophthongs and diphthongs. Okay, monophthongs and diphthongs are the two different classifications of vowels on the basis of their quality. Okay, quality and monophthongs can further be classified. Okay, under monophthongs we can have okay we can have or also we can classify monophthongs on the basis of their length, part of the tongue position. Okay, on the basis of the length means how what is the time duration taken by a particular syllable or a particular sound, a particular vowel while producing them. Okay, next one is the part of the tongue position. Okay, part of the tongue position. Okay, which part of the tongue uh, has what kind of position. On the basis of that as well will identify or will describe what vowels. Okay, and next one is the height of the tongue. Okay, height of the tongue refers to okay uh, to the where okay how high or how low okay the tongue is there in the production of a particular vowel. Okay, and what is the position of lip. Okay, lips position also are used to uh, describe vowel sounds. Okay, okay, what happens to our lips while producing the vowels. Okay, then this can also be helpful to describe or to identify the vowels. Okay, and monophthongs. Okay, similarly, diphthongs are classified on the basis of direction of glide and prominence of glide. Okay, these two are the classification of a diphthongs. Okay, monophthongs can be classified on the basis of four different things. Okay, four different things. They are length, part of the tongue, part of the tongue, height of the tongue, and lips position. Okay, and diphthongs are classified on the basis of two different uh, let's say things. Okay, they are what they are direction of glide and prominence of glide. Okay, how glide takes place, where the glide goes. Okay, and which glide is let's say more prominent than the other. Okay, in this way it is we can classify, we can describe vowels into two different diphthongs into two different let's say parts. Okay, now they are described as given below. Okay, you can we can describe them. Okay, the monophthongs and diphthongs one by one. Okay, first of all, I like to go through the description according to the quality. Okay, quality. Okay, what is quality then? Okay, quality according to the quality of let's say vowel. Okay, on the basis of quality of vowels, there are how many? Two types of vowels, as I told you before, monophthongs and diphthongs. Okay, monophthongs and diphthongs are the two different uh, types of vowels on the basis of quality. Okay, quality. Okay, why? Let's say monophthongs. Let's move to monophthongs. Okay, monophthongs first. Let's give the description of monophthong in detail, and then we'll move to the description of what diphthongs. Okay, what are diphthongs, and let's say how the diphthongs in English are produced. Okay, now let's move to monophthongs first. Okay, monophthong is what? It is a pure vowel. Monophthong is a pure vowel produced with the same or unchanging quality. Okay, that is the quality will not be changed at all. When you say a, it is a. When you say o, it is o. Okay, and during the production of a syllable. Okay, that is it is a pure vowel. Okay, monophthong is a pure vowel and produced with the same or unchanging quality during the production of a syllable. Okay, while that's producing monophthong, um, monophthong sound. Okay, monophthong is it is the type of vowel, okay, which does not have, let's say, noticeable change in quality during its production. Okay, there is no noticeable let's say quality during its production. Okay, um, so there are how many monophthongs in English? Okay, there are 12, as I told you before, there are 12 monophthongs in English. Okay, and there is if there is, let's say, no change in the quality, then there is not any glide. Okay, gliding does not take place while producing monophthongs, but while producing diphthongs, the gliding takes place. Okay, gliding takes place once while producing diphthongs. Okay, so let's say while producing monophthongs, gliding does not take place. Okay, we cannot get any gliding because there is only one vowel phoneme is there in what? In monophthong. Okay, a, o, e, ya, a. Okay, and these are what? These are some, let's say, monophthongs. There are 12 monophthongs, as I told you before, and as we did in the inventory of vowels. So, okay, we described, we studied about monophthongs and diphthongs there individually. Okay, the sounds. And we practiced the pronunciation of monophthongs and diphthongs as well. Okay, so while producing monophthongs, gliding doesn't take place. Okay, this thing. And so monophthongs are also known as what? Own quality vowels. Okay, or they are known as what? Single quality vowels. That's why if there is no, let's say, gliding at all in the production of monophthongs, okay, they are what? They are one quality vowels or single quality vowel. Okay, that is, the quality is not changed. There is no noticeable quality, um, uh, noticeable quality in what? In the production of monophthongs. Okay, that's why monophthongs are also known as what? One quality vowels or single quality vowels. Okay, and now there are how many? 12 monophthongs in English. Okay, there are 12 monophthongs in English, and they are, as I gave you before, okay, the same. Okay, the same. That is long E, short E, long U, short U. Okay, E, U, O, O, A, A, okay, A, yeah, and what? And A. Okay, these are what? These are different different monophthongs. Okay, monophthongs. This is long E, this is short E, this is long U, this is short U. Okay, this is long O, this is short O, and this is what? This is the shortest R, shortest R. This is what? This is R, long R. R is always long. Okay, R is always long in English. Okay, this is what? This is it is the, it is the shortest R, and it is the longest R, longest R. Okay, it is A. Okay, it is A. A is uh, always short. Okay, A is always short, and this is what? This is yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, ya sound. For example, while producing cat, cat, ko, ya, enter, cat, yeah. Okay, yeah. And this one is what? Sound. Okay, these are 12 different monophthongs in English. Okay, continue. Finish coughing them.
No, sir.
No, okay. Do first. Okay, okay. You have some of you have finished, and some of you not. Okay. So uh, actually here you have to describe monophthong as what monophthongs are the pure vowels. Okay, monophthongs are the pure vowels, and in the production of which no quality is changed. Okay, during the no quality is changed. Okay, while producing um, monophthong, monophthongs, what happens? Gliding doesn't take place because there is the use of only one vowel
Yes, sir.
phoneme in. Okay, only one vowel phoneme in what? In monophthong. Okay, now let's move to the next one. Next one is what description of monophthongs. Now we have to describe monophthongs here. Okay, and monophthongs can be described by taking multiple views. Okay, by taking multiple views, and these are what these are. While describing methods, we take into account of four things. Okay, four things should be taken into account while describing monophthongs. Okay, sometimes it is known as what? Four-term description of monophthongs. Four-term description. Okay, there we can get different ways of there's a different things that are considered while describing monophthongs. Okay, now they are okay. These four things are what the four criteria for producing monophthongs are. What are they? They are the position of the height of the tongue, the position of the height of the tongue. Okay, next one is number two is the position of the part of the tongue. Okay, the first one is what? The first one is the position of the height of the tongue. And the second one is the position of the part of the tongue. Okay, how high or how low or where in the oral tract the height of the tongue. Okay, on the basis of the height of the tongue, we can classify the monophthongs, the 12 monophthongs. Okay, in according to the position of the height of the tongue, and according to the position of the part of the tongue. Okay, which part of the tongue is involved in the production of speech sounds or production of monophthongs, or which part of the tongue is raised, okay, raised towards the hard palate or towards the palate in the production of speech of monophthongs. On the basis of that, we try to find out the position of the part of the tongue. Okay, sometimes the let's say tip of the tongue, sometimes blade of the tongue, sometimes back part of the tongue, okay, is raised towards what? Towards the palate. Okay, towards the palate, and the sound and the monophthongs or the vowel sounds are produced. Okay, and next one is, our third one is what? The position of the lips. Okay, the position of the lips is also one thing to consider while, let's say, describing monophthongs. Okay, what is the position of the lips? Sometimes, while, for example, let's say you can easily notice. Okay, you can easily notice while producing O sound, the lips become round. Okay, while producing O sound, O. Okay, and while producing a sound, the lip becomes unround. Okay, the position of the lip is not round. Okay, in this way we can also identify the position on the basis of position of the lips. We can identify all the monophthongs in some way or the other. Okay, and next one and the last one is what? The length. Okay, lip position is also known as lip posture. Okay, the lip posture, the posture of the lips, okay, is also useful while producing the monophthongs. Okay, next one is what? The length. Okay, length refers to what? Length refers to the duration of time, okay, taken by a particular vowel or monophthong, okay, while producing them. Okay, and some monophthongs take some time to produce, and some monophthongs take a longer time, okay, a bit longer time, a bit longer time while producing them. Okay, in this way, we can describe monophthongs on the basis of these four different, let's say, criteria. Okay, these four different criteria are used while producing or while describing monophthongs. The position of the height of the tongue, the position of the part of the tongue, lip position, the position of the lips or lip position or lip posture, okay, and what and the length. Okay, we describe them as given below. Okay, and we describe them one by one. This 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we describe them one by one here below. Okay, finished. Okay, okay, I'll move forward then. Okay, thank you. And on the basis of the position of the height of the tongue. Okay, the first one is what? The first one is the position of the height of the tongue. Okay, we'll describe them one by one. Okay, one by one. That is on the basis of the position of the height of the tongue. Okay, on the basis of the position of the height of the tongue, what let's say there's three types of vowels according to there are three types of vowels according to American English and four types according to British English. Okay, that on the basis of the height of the tongue, on the basis of the height of the tongue, that is, we have how many? According to American phoneticians, we have three different types of vowels, and according to British phoneticians, we have four different types of monophthongs or four different types of vowels. What according to British phoneticians, okay, but according to American phoneticians, we have three. Okay, and we have to describe them one by one. First of all, we'll describe American according to American phoneticians, and next we'll describe according to British phoneticians. Okay, and let's say they are, let's say according to American phoneticians first. Okay, they are, let's say number A is high vowels. Okay, high vowels. Okay, on the basis of the height of the tongue. Okay, the tongue is involved in the production of what? High vowel. Okay, high vowel. Okay, the vowels for production of which the tongue holds a high position. Okay, for the production of speech sound, for the production of the vowel sounds, if the tongue holds a high position. Okay, if the tongue takes its position as high as possible, then that is known as, they are known as what? They are known as why high vowels. Okay, and such vowels are what? Such vowels, these high vowels are, let's say a and u. Okay, you can realize while by producing the sounds, you can automatically realize that your tongue, okay, your tongue moves to high position while producing e, u, okay, u, okay. In this way, you can produce the high vowels. Okay, high vowels. That's why in English these four are what? These four are regarded as high vowels. E, short, long E, short E, and long U, short U are what are high vowels. Okay, and where the tongue holds a high position. Okay, the tongue holds a high position while producing high vowels. Okay, and next one is what? Mid vowels. High, mid, and low. These are the three different categories. Three different categories from which we can identify vowels on the basis of the height of the tongue. So that's mid vowels. Okay, next one is what? Mid vowels. Okay, if the tongue holds a middle position, very much simple definition, superficial definition is here. Okay, that is all the time. Okay, you can, there is no other way to describe the mid vowels. Okay, that is, if the tongue holds a middle position, the vowel is mid vowel. Okay, the middle position, the tongue is there, what, in the middle position, no high, no low. Okay, the tongue is, let's say, a bit raised, and it is there in the middle position in the oral tract. Okay, oral tract. So that is where here in the production of mid vowels, what happens? What happens? The tongue holds a middle position. Okay, the vowel produced producing in this way are what are okay. Uh, 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 Okay, while let's say producing these, let's say four different vowels, what happens? The tongue you can realize by you produce the sounds, and you can get where your tongue is. Okay, where your tongue is. A, a, o. The tongue remains in the same place where in the middle position in your mouth. Okay, in your mouth. That's why these sounds a, o are what they are mid vowels. Okay, with these four are mid vowels in English according to American phoneticians. Okay, there is American English and British English. They also vary in the description of what in the description of the vowels on the basis of the height of the tongue. Okay, and the next one is what low. Okay, low vowels. Okay, low vowels. If the tongue holds as low position as possible. Okay, the vowel is what the vowel is low vowel. Okay, if the tongue holds as low position as possible. Okay, possible. The vowel is low vowel. Okay. Here, what happens? The tongue is in its low position. Low position. Okay, that's why the tongue holds low position here. Okay, if the tongue holds low position, then at that time they are what they are low vowels. Okay, low vowels, and these low vowels in English are what? Yeah, yeah. Okay, uh, uh, okay, yeah, oh, and ah. Okay, that is you can produce the sounds, and you can feel where your tongue is. Okay, where your tongue is, you can feel yourself. Yeah, while producing a sound, what happens? Your tongue is as low as possible. While producing this sound, your tongue is as low as possible. And while producing this oh sound, short only. Okay, while producing this sound, your tongue is what as low as possible. Okay, and while producing sound ah, when you say let's say then at that time your tongue is as low as possible. Okay? Your let's say tongue is in low position, and the sound these four sounds are produced. Okay, now he see you can see what you can get here is that high vowels, there are four high vowels in English, there are four mid vowels in English, and there are four how many four low vowels in English. Okay, and these four plus four plus four. Okay, 4 plus 4, 8 plus 4, 12. Okay, we have these 12 different monophthongs, and we have to describe these 12 different monophthongs in this. We describe in this way on the basis of the position of the height of the tongue. Okay, the height of the tongue. Okay, uh, by height of the tongue, we can describe high vowels, mid vowels, and low vowels according to American phoneticians. Okay, and now according to British phoneticians, what happens then? Okay, let's move to the classification of British phoneticians. Okay, but British phoneticians divide vowels into four parts. Okay, the same vowels, the same monophthongs, the same 12 monophthongs. Okay, and on the basis of what the height of the tongue. Okay, on the basis of the same thing. Okay, they are divided into four different parts according to the British traditions. Okay, according to the height of the tongue, British phoneticians divide vowels into four different parts. Okay, they are first one is closed vowels. Okay, they say what we American phoneticians said high vowel, mid vowel, and low vowels. Okay, but here close, okay, close, half close, open, and half open and open. Okay, four different types are let's say given there. Okay, the vowels for the production of which the tongue is held as high as possible are called closed vowels. Okay, in the production of closed vowels, so what happens? The tongue is held as high as possible. Okay, as high as possible. Okay, according to let's say closed vowel classification, there are only two different let's say two vowels, two monophthongs in English. Okay, according to let's say this classification, they are E and U, long E and short U. Okay, and next one is what? Next one is let's say B is half closed vowels. Okay, half closed vowel. Okay, the vowels for the production of which the tongue occupies the position about one third, a very short that's a part. Okay, about one third of the distance from close to open. Okay, from close to open. Okay, it occupies half closed vowels occupies a vowel occupies what one third of the distance. Okay, that's why in this way we have got how many three different let's say vowels. They are known as half closed vowels. Okay, that is short e, so long short u, and what long r, the longest r. Okay, the longest r. In this way we have next classification according to let's say half closed vowels. Okay, vowels. Okay, we have our time is running out. I'm going a bit faster, and if there is any confusion, I'll let's say revise this in. I'll revise this in let's say tomorrow's class as well. Okay, so let's say next one is what half open vowels. Okay, half open vowel. The definition is the same. Half in half close, it occupies one third. One third means on upon three or one by three. Okay, one upon three. Okay, one third part. And let's say here the definition is the same. It occupies the two third part. Okay, two third two upon three. Okay, two third part of the distance from close to open, from close vowels to open vowel position. Okay, and so if the sounds are produced in this way, they are known as what? Half, let's say, close vowels. Okay. According to half close classification, we have this A, and O. Okay. And O are what? They are different what? Different half open vowels. And the last classification in our list is open vowels. Okay. The last classification is open vowels. Okay, open vowels. And okay, I think you are copying. Okay, now in open vowels, what happens? In open vowels, there is your tongue is as low as possible. Okay, your tongue is as low as possible. That's why these open vowels are equivalent to what? Equivalent to low vowels. Okay, the, the open vowels and low vowels are what? They are shaped because in low vowels as well, the tongue is held as low as possible, and in open vowels as well, open vowels as well, the tongue is held as low as possible. Okay, in this way we can describe open vowels. Okay, and here we have how many? One, two, three, four. There are four different open vowels. Okay, and okay, and okay, these are let's say four different open vowels. Okay, open vowels, and these open vowels and let's say low vowels are the same. And here we have four. Here we have three. Four plus three, seven. Seven plus three. 7 plus 3, 10, and 10 plus 2, what? 12. Okay, there are 12. These 12 monophthongs are classified according to British phoneticians in this way. Okay, closed vowels, half closed vowels, and half open vowels, and what? Open vowels. Okay, our time is running, and tomorrow we'll do about on the basis of parts of the tongue. Okay, we will move to the next criteria. Okay, next criteria tomorrow. Okay, and let's say I like to stop my screen sharing here. Okay, screen sharing here, and I'll will talk about the next description tomorrow. Okay.